Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to the Principality of Monaco on a beautiful spring evening, just the slightest of breezes in the air as AS Monaco welcome Zalgiris Kaunas ahead of this fixture, where Zalgiris Kaunas still find themselves in the race for the play-in. 13th in the standings with a record of 14 and 16, just 2 wins behind that 10th and final play-in spot. And coach Andrea Trinchieri knows that small details and adaptation are absolutely key tonight.
It becomes a game where every possession can count, and we cannot focus on mistakes because this kind of talent will provoke some mistakes. So we have to play possession after possession, trying to adjust.
Well, as for the home team, AS Monaco, they still find themselves in the race for the top 4 and home court advantage in the postseason, looking to continue and build on that magnificent win that they earned against Fenerbahce last week, and coach Vasilis Spanoulis working with the resources available at his disposal.
You cannot now improve your mistakes. You have to play with sense of urgency. We have to understand the crucial point of the season we are now, and to take care of this game.
So that is the scene here at the Salle Gaston Médecin as AS Monaco prepared to take on Zalgiris Kaunas in round 31 action in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. There you see the all-time head-to-head between the two sides, a relatively new rivalry in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. Each of the 7 meetings contested between these two sides has finished with a single-digit margin, including the reverse fixture in round 7 at the Zalgiris Arena, which was won by the home team Zalgiris Kaunas 63-62 in round 7. And Nick Kalathis, what a shot in the arm he is for coach Vasilis Spanoulis and AS Monaco, but it means some key personnel have also been sat down. DNPCD, do not play coach's decision. This one of 6 games taking place across the continent tonight. They're already underway on the Asian side of the Bosphorus Straits as Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul face off against Paris Basketball. And here a look at the standings. Olympiacos Piraeus have already qualified for the postseason, and that purple Q denotes that they have also earned home court advantage. If Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul win tonight, they will progress or punch their ticket through to the postseason. AS Monaco with that record of 18 and 12, hoping to join them. Zalgiris Kaunas mathematically not out of it, and you see the inconsistency bedeviling Zalgiris Kaunas. Over the last half dozen games, it's been win-loss, win-loss. They continue that trend, it means they'll win here tonight. But AS Monaco, with a terrific 10 and 5 record on home court, looking to defend the fortress that is the Salle Gaston Médecin once again, and get closer to securing that top 4 finish and home court advantage for the postseason. So they're the lineup then available for coach Andrea Trinchieri. No Lukas Lekavičius, who remains sidelined with that groin injury, hasn't been on the floor since round 26. But of course, in a team sport such as basketball, as the 2 captains conversing with the floor officials at center court, team sports such as basketball, it's a case of next man up and working with the guys who are available. Iggy Brazdeikis, as we take a look at his numbers from the round 30 game against Barcelona, where they lost 82-70, shooting the basketball terrifically, 50% from downtown and a PIR of 15 in his 29 minutes on the court. And again, he likely to be key to Zalgiris Kaunas' fortunes. And Bryant Dunstan, second leading shot blocker of all time, continuing to make solid contributions, efficient shooting from the field, and such a sturdy, reliable resource in and around the low post. Still blocking shots. That one was his 361st block of his career. He used to be the #1 all time in that regard, but has since been surpassed by Eddie Tavares. So there then, a look at the roster for coach Vasilis Spanoulis. No Jordan Lloyd, Yorgos Papagiannis, another player who is a DNP-CD, does not play coach's decision. Vito Brown still not 100%, but the return of number 33, Nick Kalathis, on the floor for the first time since round 36, just 7 games under his belt all season. But at this business end of this season, what an experienced, outstanding player to have at your disposal. Well, Daniel Theis has been on a tear in the 4 games since signing for AS Monaco in February of this year during the break, signing from the New Orleans Pelicans. And we see his numbers since joining AS Monaco. In the last 3 games, his numbers are even more impressive. 17.3 points per game and a PIR of 23.6. And Elia Kobo, terrific shooting, taking care of the basketball, 63% from 2-point territory, perfect from the free throw line. And again, a key part of the reason as to why AS Monaco commit just 10.2 turnovers per game, second fewest in the Euroleague. The head-to-head matchup comes in the backcourt. 2 outstanding point-scoring, playmaking guards. Mike James, the all-time leader in terms of points scored, second in PIR over the course of his illustrious career behind Nando De Colo, and Sylvain Francisco, 9th in the competition, sinking 2.3 three-pointers per game, although he had an outing to forget in the reverse fixture in round 7. So there then, a look at the numbers. You can see that Zalgiris Kaunas rock bottom in terms of offensive output, just 77.3 points per game, but that has to be tempered by the fact that they are the league's best defensive team, holding opponents to a league low 78.3 points per night, as evidenced in that graphic. You can see slight edge on the board for Zalgiris Kaunas. Coach Trinchieri and Vasilis Spanoulis facing off for the first time as head coaches in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague.
Présentation des équipes et on commence tout de suite par l'équipe de Zalgiris Kaunas. Ce sera avec le numéro 2, Isaiah Wong, avec le numéro 3, Sylvain Francisco, avec le numéro 8.
So it's Isaiah Wong leading out the visiting team. And Sylvain Francisco in his pre-game interview said that he doesn't have revenge on his mind, but you have to bear in mind he had an abject outing in the reverse fixture in round 7. 0 of 9 from the field in his 1-point outing, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and that 0 of 9 included going 0 of 5 from 3-point territory. Stone cold that night, but his team still got the win, and he said he's not about revenge, but he would like to perform better and have his team still secure the win. And again, Sylvain Francisco, so crucial in terms of controlling the tempo for AS Monaco. And remember, he played under the auspices of Coach Spanoulis at Peristeri in Greece earlier in his pro career. So as the home fans enjoy a highlight reel high above center court here at the Salle Gaston Médecin, AS Monaco preparing to make their way out onto the floor. Already mentioned the fact that they take care of the basketball to the tune of just 10.2 turnovers per night. They also force a Euroleague high 13.9 turnovers per game, and a key part of that is that they force 7.2 steals per night, number 3 in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. So Coach Vasilis Spanoulis saying not much time to correct mistakes, effectively saying you have to work with what you have, play with a sense of urgency, but take care of this fixture here tonight. Remember, it's the final double week of the Turkish Airlines Euroleague regular season. Jerome Blossomgate, who was outstanding in the round 30 win against Fenerbahce, really setting the tone right from the opening tip in terms of defensive intensity and the intelligence and activity with which he played. Diallo among the league leaders in steals. When Coach Trinchieri was breaking down the personnel available on the AS Monaco roster, he referred to athletic wings, dynamic bigs, and pure brilliance in the backcourt, so much so that Jordan Lloyd, who's been shooting the basketball beautifully in recent games, does not start tonight. A veritable plethora of riches in the backcourt position available for Coach Spanoulis. It's a nice headache to have, but all he said when questioned about that is that everybody is available to play. And at this business end of the regular season, that must be really reassuring for everyone in the AS Monaco business. Because it means that they can go into the postseason, which they haven't secured mathematically yet. But given that they enter this fourth in the standings, it would take something. It would have to be befallen by something calamitous not to progress through to the postseason. And the knowledge that he will do so with a full-strength roster, including the return of Nick Calathes, well, that must do the collective confidence of the home team the absolute world of good. As number 55, the double dime. Double nickel, excuse me, Mike James, bringing up the rear. Warm embrace between the respective head coaches, Vasilis Spanoulis and Andrea Trinchieri. But it's Sylvain Francisco, the out-and-out guard, lone out-and-out guard in his starting five, although Iggy Brasdeik is capable of playing at a guard position as well. Alen Smailagic, Arnas Butkaiviches and Larinas Baroutis, the three-man front line for the visiting team. As for the home team, it's Elie Okobo, Mike James in the backcourt alongside Alpha Diallo, Daniel Theis and Peter Corneli. Daniel Theis seems suiting up for AS Monaco. How effective has he been on that pick and roll? And if he's found en route to the bucket, well, he is so adept at getting off a high percentage field goal attempt. As we hear a remix of the Isaac Hayes Grammy Award-winning theme tune from Chef. Baseline to Young MCs. I Got Know How. Ilya Belosevic, the crew chief of the officials, taking charge tonight as the crowd continuing to make their presence felt in anticipation of the opening tip. So Bryant Dunstan, as mentioned previously, the second leading shot blocker of all time, since surpassed by Walter Eddie Tavares, but still a force to be reckoned with in this his 12th season in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague, his first with tonight's visiting team. Two-time Euroleague best defender in back-to-back years in 2013-14 and 14-15, and Mike James, the all-time leading scorer with 5,100 points under his belt, and he was on fire in terms of scoring the basketball last week. 19 points in the first half, ending up with 29 points on 5 of 8 shooting from downtown. What type of mode will he enter the game with tonight as he shows off his quarterbacking skills by disposing of that warm-up jersey, much to the delight of a fan in attendance here at the Stade Gaston Médecin. So you've got the all-time leading scorer of the Euroleague in terms of Mike James. Coming in off the bench will be the all-time leader in assists and steals in Nick Calathes. And remember, just 7 games under Calathes' belt this season so far. But on paper, what a backcourt that is. And then you've got Jordan Lloyd and Elie Okobo. Jordan Lloyd not getting a jersey tonight, but still.
Coach, tell us about that first half.
We want, we try, but we have a lot of miscommunications. I think sometimes we wanted more and we make a lot of mistakes in defense. We allow a lot of easy points, a lot of miscommunication. We have to be more connected and to communicate better, and in offense to share the ball better. We start the game, we don't share the ball.
Thank you.
Well, when you consider that Zalgiris Kaunas are rock bottom in terms of assists in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague as a team. Just 15.4 per game. There's actually very little between the teams in terms of assists for the first half. Coach Vasilis Spanoulis saying his squad not sharing the ball. Zalgiris Kaunas with one more assist, 9 to AS Monaco's 8 in their respective first half point totals. Well, the outstanding performer of the second quarter is Daniel Tice. 8 points in the period, including perfect from the field. Those his only field goal attempts of the game. The rest of the points coming from the charity stripe.
Encore 2 fois 10 minutes avec vous les supporters. Come on, let's go. Le ballon